Hey guys, so I am a very evil, mean, and malicious person. There's no shame in owning it. Considering the fact that I'm an evil, bad person and a menace, I decided to waste 3 hours of my friend's time before wasting 6 more attempting to discuss the Brett Cooper drama. This video coming up is part 1 of the culmination of that and my modest attempt at wasting 43 minutes of your precious time. Oh, and quick trigger warning, it gets pretty laggy in the middle, so just pretend I'm one of those animated podcast channels that don't even show their faces except for like 4 drawn facial expressions. Enjoy! Okay, we're gonna do a little story time cup. I'm gonna film this and I'm gonna put it on YouTube, so whatever, deal with it. I also just wanted to tell this story, like it's just interesting. It's interesting-ish because I was sort of on top of it at the time. Because I was like, okay, hold on. I gotta explain what's going on first, which means I have to first log into my Google account because for some reason I got logged out. That doesn't even make any sense.
You're like that reel.
What?
You know that reel that's like people who can't handle anything? And
Yeah, I literally am! Yeah.
No, I got logged out of my Gmail. I had to put my password back in. Great. I'm officially hated by the universe.
Dude, I saw that reel and I was like, oh, shoot, that's relatable. Oh my god, that's still oh god, that's relatable. But it's like, it's not that I can't handle it. It's just like, why is all of this stuff happening? Like, this shouldn't happen.
It's not abnormal.
It is. I shouldn't be logged out for no reason. I was just logged in. Like, an hour ago, 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 12 hours ago, 24 hours ago, 48 hours ago, I was logged in. I was logged in this entire year. Why did it just log me out? That doesn't make sense.
Happy New Year, I guess.
No. Okay. Let me get some water. Ah!
Oh, what was that t-shirt you were just holding up a second ago?
What are you talking about?
This is a t-shirt.
Shoot. I don't have a t-shirt.
The Trump shirt?
Talking about this?
No, the black one with the American flag on it.
I don't know. These?
It's not a t-shirt.
I don't have a t-shirt near me.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I think you're kind of crazy.
Girl.
I don't think you know what you're talking about. But anyway, story time. There's this right-wing YouTube channel, and, you know, because I'm super conservative, MAGA, you know.
Oh, right.
That's just who I am, obviously.
Yeah, it wasn't a t-shirt.
It isn't a t-shirt, so I didn't know what you were talking about. But since that's the case, I watched a bit of her content. I really only started watching her last year. I started watching her in 2024. She only started in 2022, just because I was like, oh, what are the conservatives doing? What are they talking about? What are they thinking about? And she was kind of interesting to watch because she is younger, and so she can appeal to Gen Z easier. This YouTube channel, by the way, it's called The Comment Section with Brett Cooper, or it was called that, and it's owned by the Daily Wire.
Yeah, I think I've seen her before then.
Yeah, people call her the female Ben Shapiro. Even though I didn't agree with her a lot of the time and I thought a lot of her takes were pretty basic and not really getting to the root of things, I was like, whatever, you know, you make cool videos. Like, you're helping me understand that point of view. I appreciate this. Fast forward a few months from then, because that was the beginning of 2024. Fast forward to December 2024. She is suddenly not the only one posting on there. Suddenly there's this other girl named Reagan, producer Reagan. And I was like, interesting. Because I was like, producer Reagan, okay, is this a bad thing? Because I was like, this is weird. They really act just alike.
Didn't she introduce herself properly?
Brett was on vacation. So she was like, hey, I'm producer Reagan, just filling in for Brett while she's on vacation. I was like, okay, cool. Like, she's not replacing her or anything. She's just filling in while she's on vacation. Cool. They act pretty similarly. I was like, that's kind of uncanny. But then I scrolled to the comments and people seemed to think it was normal. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe it's normal. I'll give that a shot. I'll think about it that way. So I was like, okay, cool. This is her producer. She's filling in for her while she's on vacation. This is fine. Cool. Whatever. Don't care. I was like, you know what? If she's new to YouTube, I understand that it's going to be a bit awkward. However, some people noticed that it was awkward as well. Some people were also like, hey, this is weird. Why does she act like just like Brett? See, everyone seems to be kind of positive. They're like, oh, the weekend with Reagan, that's nice. Oh, nice of her to fill in. Wow, great stuff. I'm not ignoring it. So that was what I first saw. I was like, okay, maybe I'm weird. But Here's the thing. Here's how you don't know Brett. So let me show you how Brett acts. Let's see.
Denying it, Brett Cooper announces she is leaving the Daily Wire. There's a lot to unpack here, from this inorganic scripted statement from Brett, the confirmation of rumors about why she's leaving, and if I think the Daily Wire is officially doomed. As with
Okay, whatever. All that aside, basically, people were suspicious because Brett was best friends with Reagan, and they worked together. Reagan was her bridesmaid at Brett's wedding, and now you have her replacing her on her own show. And apparently, Brett's not allowed to say anything either because she signed a contract, which makes sense. You know, you shouldn't be able to say anything that defames the place that you work for while you're working for them. I feel like that's fair. But this is all speculation. So... Okay. I was reminded of something.
What?
I thought that this would be a good investment.
Girl, what is wrong with you? Is it a book?
It's a magazine. It's Time magazine.
Like, does it say? Why do you buy his merch?
What do you mean? I don't buy his merch. Don't be silly. Just sometimes you just
That
gotta...
was insane. You
Sometimes...
walk around with that shit on.
Dude, I would never. I can't, considering where I live. You know, I'm going to beat the allegations. I swear. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a conservative.
Of course.
What?
Is it a joke one or does it actually say "Make America Great Again"? It actually says it.
This isn't just MAGA country. This is horse.
Ultra?
This is horse ultra. Hold on, let me change my.
Bro, you know what? I will say the hat was always kind of cool. What is up with that?
I meant to put them on
Why would you
opposite
have
sides. Hold on, I gotta switch hats. This is embarrassing. I gotta switch hats because these are supposed to be on opposite sides. This one's way higher. See, like the American flag, other American flag. It's not an American flag at all. Well, I mean, it is actually a very American flag. Let me correct myself.
Used herself in this video. And then after that, I mean, it's just not looking too good for a channel that has 2 million subs. It gets even worse when you start to look at the dislikes. So there's a Chrome extension.
Wait, 8 days ago. Oh, 4.2. I thought you said 4.12. Okay, 4.2. Then it was at 4.13. Now it's at 4.10.
That allows you to check out each video's like to dislike ratio. I mean, it's insufferable. This is her latest video, 2.7 to 30.
Yo! I knew it would be bad. I didn't know it would be that bad.
13K. Here's the video.
They gotta
before
turn that off.
16.
It's not even that serious. She's okay.
Okay, we didn't finish watching the videos. Let's watch the videos.
Okay.
Get into it.
10K. I mean, her ratio is completely atrocious, which makes me wonder. I mean, is she seeing these numbers? I wonder if they're like maybe keeping her in a bubble and trying to keep her out of her
She totally sees the numbers.
comment section. If she's looking at some of these comments and the views, I hope she has tough skin because it's not looking too good. Who knows? Maybe she realized the situation she's in, that she backstabbed her friend, you know, was replaced, and the audience isn't going to just fall in line. About a week ago, the comment section had about 300K more subscribers than it does now. She's lost 290K subs every day.
This is like the, what's the name? Dylan Mulvaney effect. You just,
What is that?
you just exist. You just show your face and everyone just hates you. Bud Light.
Just 10K, 40K, 20K. She's losing subs by the tens of, or not her, because she's just a stand-in. The channel's losing subs by the tens of thousands. So speaking about the comment section, I think it'd be apropos if we took a look into the shit show that is her comment section. One guy saying it's ironic that the only reason I clicked on the latest comment section episode is to read the comment section. Please rename the channel to the comment section without Brett Cooper.
Oof,
oh
that
my
would
God,
be good.
30-year-old trying to act like a college girl? Did they just Joe
30?
Biden Brett and give us
What?
Kamala? This
That
is like
is so
stolen
mean.
valor.
What?
That's so mean for no reason.
What do you mean?
The college girl comment.
Brett's 23. I mean, I guess she's not a college girl anymore, but she was a college girl for like, college age girl for the entirety of the time she was on the channel.
It's so mean. Like, what if she's just... Okay, well, I guess she's not just like that. But what if she is just like that?
Well, again, we know that she's not, but if she is just like that, well, they know that she's real. Okay, if they don't know that she's not, then yes, that's just mean. But, yeah, that's mean. Because it's like, why can't you just be cute and bubbly? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I think they know. But without, yeah, you're right. That is mean. I didn't think about that.
Name the channel to the comment section without Brett Cooper. Oh my God, 30-year-old trying to act like a college girl? Did they just Joe Biden Brett and give us Kamala? This is like stolen valor. Yeah, she literally took the channel with 5 million subs and said, it's mine now. Like, be yourself, don't be Brett. That's a big topic of conversation going on now. Apparently she was...
I don't even think I unsubscribed. I don't think I will. I don't care. I'll probably still watch. I don't really care that much. I'll just also watch Brett's channel too. I don't think I'm subscribed to Brett's channel yet. But
Do you not have a preference?
no, I like Brett Cooper a lot better. I don't like Reagan's videos. I think she's being fake. And I think even if she's not, she's reading as fake. And so that's very unfortunate if that's just how she is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll probably just watch both. If it seems like Reagan did something really messed up, I'll probably unsubscribe just to spite her. Just little I can do, but that's about it. See ya.
was given lessons on how to basically be Brett's doppelganger with mannerisms and how she talks and inflections in her voice.
Okay, that's another thing. Apparently she got actual lessons on how to be like Brett, which is so weird, if true.
Tonality. There's a video.
Insane.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't, I'll play it briefly so we can know a little bit more about the situation and what actually happened behind the scenes.
The Daily Wire's pushing Brett Cooper out, and so I go and look up her channel, and I'm like, she's still producing videos though. What's going on? I started.
Apparently he's friends with Brett Cooper as well, which is a big reason why people were so suspicious after. Like, I saw in the comments people were like, Brett will be with you no matter what, and I was like, why are you saying this? And they were like, oh, this guy who's friends with her made a video about it. And I'm like, okay, let's see. So if they're actually friends, that says a lot because she might have told him. Everyone breaks their NDA. Let's be real. Everyone breaks there's not one. Okay. There are not many NDAs that have gone completely unbroken. Like, you go home, you tell your spouse, like, oh gosh, this thing happened at work. You're gonna break your NDA. So there's a chance that she actually trusts this guy. And she told him, and she said, a source at the Daily Wire said, a source close to Brett Cooper said. And he's like,
Oh.
and he says it in a way that makes it so that, like, if you have a few brain cells, you can rub them together, you can come up to the conclusion that Brett Cooper probably told him this, and they trust each other. But he's not saying it in a way that would make it obvious, or that would make it explicit that Brett was the one saying it. It could have actually been someone who was just very observant at the Daily Wire. Could have been. Probably not, because they're friends.
Digging in and found my own source at right at the Daily Wire, and now
I started that. There we go. Thank you. I started digging and found my own source right at the Daily Wire. I texted my best friend Brett. she FaceTimed me in tears.
I've had even more come and corroborate it since I reported on it. And it's not just that Daily Wire is pushing out Brett Cooper. It's actually that Brett Cooper is under one of these contracts that has her tied to secrecy and silence, because now that they're terminating her contract, their arbitration clauses are coming into play. So she is in a secret court of arbitration, not a public court, where...
So, okay. My guess is that we can trust everything that he's saying right here. Just guessing. Because he is supposedly friends with Brett Cooper. He is going the extra mile to make it seem like he did not hear this directly from Brett Cooper, which is a sign of someone who has a lot of trust with her. So that means, like, if their trust bond is this big and she's actually hurt by this, if he's telling me a story of her being hurt, their trust bond is this big, chances are, especially if he's making it so anonymous where he got the data, chances are he got that directly from her and he's just sharing with us the real information because she can't. If they're actually friends, I think that this is trustworthy. If they're not, then...
Yeah.
She is under NDA and can't say anything about it while they spin whatever narrative they want about it. They're circulating around letters internally that are saying, like, oh, Brett Cooper wants to leave, and that is not the case at all, apparently, according to everyone at the Daily Wire that I've spoken to. She had disagreements with Jeremy Boring over what happened with Candace, probably, and certainly more disagreements in terms of, like, the culture there and what's going on, and is now getting pushed out. They are promoting her best friend, who was her maid of honor at her wedding. They offered her a contract that was so lucrative she couldn't refuse it. Yeah, her producer was her bride.
Pet peeve. Why the fuck? Don't disrespect me like that. What is this?
at her
Oh,
wedding
no.
that it was so lucrative she couldn't refuse.
Fuck you.
Mohammed.
That's so
And
weird.
it's his face too.
Wait, I know that's really weird though. I stopped reacting for a second because he kind of looks like the guy who picked me up yesterday. Where is Zuke Davis from? Anyway, this guy probably not my guy. This is offensive. He should have gone back and re-recorded this part or like downloaded the video.
Yeah.
He has something wrong with him. Don't ever do this ever again, Zuke Davis. But anyway.
Yeah, her producer was her bridesmaid at her wedding this year, and they apparently, allegedly, gave her acting classes to help her imitate Brett's mannerisms.
It's just
Apparently,
weird
allegedly.
stuff. It's weird stuff because
Like, I think that's definitely Brett telling him. Because how would Brett know for sure? It's like, I think they gave her acting lessons because she's starting to act like me, and she didn't act like that before. Like, I can imagine that. And then he takes it and says, allegedly, potentially, she's taking acting lessons.
Do you think that's actually possible?
Yes, they do that
That's
all the
so
time.
weird. I have cheekbones.
Okay.
Allegedly gave her acting classes to help her imitate Brett's mannerisms.
it's just weird stuff. It's weird stuff because, you know, these guys, they talk about facts don't care about your feelings and the truth is important. And one side of the aisle is a bunch of liars and actors and paid actors with ulterior motives
Yep.
to push a certain narrative.
Yep.
That's their
And
whole
then they just
shtick
do the
of
same
the
thing.
network that they're trying to create. Undermining one of your best talents, sneaking behind your best talent to offer something to your talent.
I don't know if that's necessarily the case here, but I noticed that the right is doing the exact same thing that they're criticizing the left for. Like, at least give it a second. At least let the left become legitimate before you do that, because I don't want to live in a world where everyone's lying. Like, it's gonna flip again, but just let them be a bit honest first, you know? Like, let them suffer the consequences of being dishonest. Please, just seek the truth. Don't be happy with lies. Because it's just it's bad all around.
Aren't they this too? Aren't they sometimes dishonest too?
Yes, they definitely are. The thing is that the people, like the vast majority of people, are mad at that. And the vast majority of people on the right are mad at that. They're like, no, screw that. I don't care if you disagree. I want to hear the truth. Meanwhile, the left is overwhelmingly like, no, fuck that. If you disagree, shut the fuck up. You shouldn't be able to say that.
Yeah.
And that's like, most of them would disagree with that on its head, but when you get specific, they'll be like, oh, well, come on, obviously. Like, I don't want to take away free speech, but like, come on, like, hate speech. I mean, they would call it hate crimes, which is a problem because it's not a crime, it's just words. And it's not a death threat, it's just someone saying, it's just an encouragement. It's just someone saying, hey, if you have so many problems with me and so many problems with your life, maybe you should kill yourself. It's not a death threat. It's not saying you will be shot dead at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Like, that's a death threat. Mm-hmm. People used to genuinely get death threats. Now it's just, kill yourself or die. And people are saying, oh, I got death threats. This is a hate crime. Bro, they said you looked ugly. They said you looked ugly and they said it was because you're trans. Okay? That's not a hate crime. That's someone being mean. Yeah. Get over it. Like, they would say that about you for anything. It's just that that's the thing that's most obvious about you and that's the thing that's most popular to criticize. Deal with it. And that's the thing that gets that reaction out of you. So, like, people just don't make sense. They don't take a second to think. Like, they experience these things. They witness these things happening. They see the cause and effect. Why are they continuing to repeat the cause? Like, he called me ugly because I'm trans. Now I'm gonna get really mad at that. And then he laughs and calls you ugly because you're trans again, or does it in a sneakier way. Yeah. Oh, but he still did it. Okay, let's make the laws tighter. Let's make the rules tighter. And he's like, okay, does it in a sneakier way. Oh, but he's still, and he's just laughing the whole time. He's getting the last laugh. He's winning. You're just getting mad. Could have just stopped. Just been like, okay. And that's it.
Yeah.
A simple okay. Walk away. Those people would say, well, yeah, obviously hate crime shouldn't be allowed. And it's like, hold on, dude. That's just someone saying you look ugly because you're trans. You cannot call that a hate crime.
You can report the comments.
Yeah,
they should do.
You can, but it's like, it's not a big deal. It's not a hate crime. It's someone being mean, for sure. And if you want to report it, then report it. Don't, like, make it a big deal. Don't make it into a hate crime. You can't call that a hate crime and then say that's banned, because that's just saying that we can't criticize a certain group of people. That's not cool. Let's get back to the video. I'm just gonna make, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take all the tangents and then cut them out of this. And we're just gonna have like 2 hours full of tangents, and then like a 15-minute video.
Best
Isn't that
friend,
a lot of editing?
Oh yeah, I got my work cut out for me. So that's why I keep trying to be like, all right, get off the tangent. You guys better enjoy this video. I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this.
Okay.
without a hit. You put them
We
in
can lock
acting
in.
classes to
We're gonna
copy
lock
the
in.
person's mannerism and basically create a
I'm
hook.
so locked in, they should call me. Hold on. Hold on.
Even locking in a tangent.
Hold on. I'm so locked in, they should call me Jacob Handel. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. That's it.
Sort of prestige and virtuousness. So you remember when I said that allegedly her friend was offered an amount that she couldn't refuse, so she went ahead and backstabbed Brett, which then led to Brett unfollowing her on Instagram. Brett's mom on Instagram actually liked a comment that sort of
There we go.
validated the idea this was like some
That's why we
malicious
wanted to watch this.
undertaking. This is what Brett's mom liked on Instagram.
On December 10th, 2024, only a
Why is this like a crime investigation thing? On December 10th, 2024. No. Nah.
Not even just because it's silly.
It's too silly. This is not a serious enough situation to get the monospace typewriter, one character at a time effect on Final Cut Pro out. This is not that type of situation. On December 10th, 2024. No! Brett's mom liked something on it. You're talking about someone's mom liking an Instagram comment. On December 10th, 2024.
2 hours after Brett dropped her last video, Diane Cooper, Brett's mom, confirms the rumors on Reagan's latest.
The what? You can't do that! If you're gonna get the monospaced one character at a time effect out on Final Cut Pro on a video where you talk about someone's mom liking an Instagram comment, you cannot misspell rumors. You can't do that. And you can't, if you're gonna misspell rumors, you can't misspell it like that. You're just not allowed. What the heck is this? The what?
Oh.
The what?
That's
That's bad. Like, I'd understand if you could, like, if you said, I'd make fun of you, the rum rose, but I'd understand. I know I wouldn't understand. Fix the rum rose. That's actually abysmal. What's one that would be okay? If you say room wars, I guess that one, I probably wouldn't even notice that. But then I'd be like, oh, there's a little typo there. And I'd probably just, let you know, because it's subtle. But, it's just like, oh, you know how to spell it. You just swapped a letter.
this and the Muhammad thing, where his DoorDasher popped up out of nowhere.
I mean, oh wait, dude, I didn't know this was his video. That's crazy. I mean, I didn't know that Zuke Davis put this freaking thing. Okay, Zuke Davis, we gotta chat. Zuke Davis, why am I getting a call? Is this Zuke Davis? Zuke Davis, we need to chat. If you're gonna put the monospaced typewriter one character at a time effect on Final Cut Pro in your video, and if you're gonna misspell rumors like that, you could at least put the text in the center of the screen. Like, at the very least, like, I get it. Maybe you weren't confident about how you spelled rumors. Maybe you were like, oh, is this right? Maybe we should try to hide it. It doesn't work. We see it. It's wrong. It's very wrong. You could just run it through spell check. Like, even if you'd written this, I'd laugh. I'd just laugh. I'd think that's funny. But this is just disgusting. Like Zuke. Like, okay, he still has a chance to redeem himself, though, because he might have text at the top. Or maybe he knew that I'd be putting my captions at the top. Which, Zuke, people typically have the captions at the bottom. What's wrong with you? This is not how you do it. I can't find anything good to say about this. Zuke, if you see this video, I hope you see this as just constructive criticism. Because there's no hate. I don't know you. You could do anything. I wouldn't know. Maybe, I don't know. If you see this, then maybe I'll respond to you again, and we'll actually communicate and know each other as more than just pixels on a screen for a few seconds or minutes in our lives, which really doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things because our lives are just so short in the grand scheme of things. I mean,
Okay, girl.
the United States has only existed for like, what, 200 years? 300 years? How many? I don't even know what time it is now. That's my excuse for not knowing how old the US is. I don't know what time it is now. The US existed for 248 years, and yes, I just knew that off the top of my head.
Haven't you heard people say?
Huh?
Haven't you heard people say things like, "Oh, an empire only lasts 500 years. Guess how old the U.S. is?"
That's crazy. No, I haven't heard that. But guys,
That's
hold on. I have to say something to the people. Guys, an empire only lasts 500 years. Guess how old the US is? It's 248. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you had to look that up, huh? Yeah.
Maybe
You don't know
it
your
wasn't 400.
Huh?
Maybe I'm wrong. But
Okay,
it
shut
was
up.
something close. No, I'm serious.
Okay. An empire only
They
lasts
do say that.
250 years.
Oh.
That's scarier. That's more
Okay,
ominous.
Okay.
Ooh, we only have 2 years left.
But
2026.
They say it like it's a good thing.
Dude, 2026, that would actually be crazy. That would be a good year for America to end. It would make sense. I mean, Trump's president. Like, if people are so mad about that, and people are also, like, chill about that, but some people are so mad about it. Someone could really kill him. They already tried 3 times, 5 times, actually, in total.
Okay, but if they killed him, it doesn't mean everything would go to shit.
Yes, it does. Do you know how many right-wing people that would piss off? And do you know how many left-wing people would feel perfectly justified with how many years they've spent saying that your silence is violence, saying that your rhetoric is violence, saying that you're just like existing, you're being white is violence, like all these things, you're violent. So they feel justified in fighting back. So anything that conservative right-wingers do is seen as them fighting even harder toward the left.
Yeah.
Or from the left's perspective. But that's gonna be war. Like, that's gonna make the people war. He cannot be assassinated. I really hope nobody is stupid enough to do that. Because it doesn't matter. The person who does it, that doesn't matter. They will think that they're a hero. They will die thinking they're a hero because they will either get shot or shoot themselves immediately after. They will not see the damage that happens afterward. They will die thinking that they saved their country because they're just so stupid not to think about the cause and effect of things.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how most people are. So I really hope that that doesn't happen. But if it did, that would make sense that an empire only lasts 250 years and US is whatever. Anyway, Zuke.
Yeah.
Zuke. My dude. Zuke. Why was I talking about anything? What was I talking about? If you see this video, perhaps we will see each other as more than pixels on a screen, even though it doesn't mean anything, because in the grand scheme of things, it means nothing. I mean, yeah, the US has only existed for what? 248 years? What, I was just guessing, number off the top of my head. We have so many people, so many average people, so many successful people that we forget about, that we have no clue about, and they're just Americans. That's only 250 years. Think about that in the grand scheme of things. That's just America. Think about how many people do not matter. How many people's lives have come and gone. They thought that so many things mattered, and it just didn't. How many people neglected going out a night because they thought that Tom next door was gonna judge them, or that Nancy was gonna not invite them to her party. It doesn't matter, you know? Who cares? Nancy's dead. No one knows Nancy. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm not. Nobody knows, nobody cares. So, at the end of the day, none of this matters. So don't get mad about me criticizing you, because this is kind of harsh.
All that just to say that.
I mean, it's true. It's like, I'm not even criticizing him as a person. I don't know Zuke Davis. I don't know this dude. And you know what? I'm not going to go into this again. But Zuke, we don't know each other. We could. But regardless of whether we do or we don't, it doesn't matter. Just remember that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Now kiss my pinky.
I'm sure he feels better now.
I hope he kissed my pinky.
Oh.
I'm gonna stop this video. She She remucks on my...
Oh.
She re on my mucks until my OBS.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine.
This Instagram post. The proof is here on the subreddit on the r/Brett Cooper. On Reagan's most recent post on Instagram, somebody commented, "No matter how many acting classes you take or watch Brett's old videos, you will never be Brett. It's sad that you took the money and snubbed your best friend. I hope the amount of money DW offered was worth your friendship with Brett. You lost a good one." Apparently,
It probably
Diane
was.
Cooper, Brett Cooper's mom, liked that comment, sort of verifying that, yes, like, she's a horrible friend and she threw away a really good friendship.
Yep. So that basically confirms it. It was an undertaking. This wasn't some mutual thing where Brett decided that it was time for new pastures.
I don't know, man. There's a certain amount of money that would make me give up any friendship,
For $10 billion, would you? Yes.
at least temporarily, and I'd hope they'd understand. Because I think about this on both sides. If I were Brett in this situation, and my friend had to betray me, but couldn't tell me, let's say they tried to tell me in some secret way, but I wasn't picking up on it, and then later on they told me, and they were actually being truthful, they told me, hey, I could not tell you. They were offering me this much money, dude. You know I had to take it. There's so many things that I have done with that money. Assuming this is all true, there's so many things that I've done with that money in that period of time that I wouldn't have been able to otherwise. Like, I'm really sorry. You were genuinely one of the best friends. All just be genuine about it. Just say the true nice things. Then I'd be like, you know what? I can understand that. You made your bag. You made your bag.
What if they made the person who's being forced to leave the friendship sign an NDA? Like, you can't talk about it.
Like Reagan? Like,
Maybe, yeah.
If I'm Brett and someone else is Reagan, so you're saying that Reagan would also sign an NDA? Or I would be signing the NDA?
Yeah. Whoever is Reagan the one who's
Replacing Brett.
yeah, but who's being paid to get rid of a friendship?
Reagan.
Oh. Then yeah, Reagan.
Okay. No, I'm talking about after that would expire. Because I'd assume, yes, she'd sign an NDA, and she wouldn't want to tell me, especially if she told me in the heat of the moment, dude. Both I and Brett, in the heat of the moment, we would absolutely expose that, get her job taken away, lose everything. Like, that's just stupid. Don't do that. That's just stupid on all accounts. We're immature. She's, like, this is not the right time to do that. Don't divulge that information just yet. Especially if you're under NDA. Like, you have so many reasons not to. Let me just share this career-ruining information to my enemy. Like, I have to expose you just out of principle. That's just stupid. I'd assume she would be under NDA. But that also just gives it time for everything to cool down, me to forget about the details, stop caring as much, both of us to stop caring as much. And then at the end, she says, hey, this is what happened, this is what went down. I have to be like, you know what, I can respect it.
Yeah.
All that to say, there's a specific amount of money that could get me to betray. Well, not really betray. I'd tell her. I'd say, hey, they offered me this much money. I'm gonna take it. If you're not cool with that, then okay, that's weird that you're not cool with that.
Is it?
Money.
Yeah, because I think all of everyone who I'm friends with should be cool with that if that were the case, because I'd be cool with that too. It's like, hey, we can't talk publicly anymore because I'm being offered this much money. Here's some more reasons. I need this much money to do this. You know how much I've wanted to do this because I've told you this is going to genuinely be huge for me. It might not turn out well. At the end of the day, I will always have love for you. I just have to do this thing. No matter what I say, I'll always have love for you. That's what I would say. Cover all my bases. Because it would be true. I wouldn't say it if it weren't true. It's just stupid.
What if it wasn't temporary? Or wait, is that what you're saying?
Well, it would have to be temporary. Nothing's permanent. And after a certain period of time, like, you make enough money that you can just do your own thing. You don't have to be stuck with the Daily Wire forever. You can make your own business.
Yeah.
So it's never going to be permanent. It's going to be like maybe 8 years at most. That's a long time, but it's not that much time.
She took the money and said, forget Brett, this is my big opportunity. And now it's tanking. There's a bunch of smart, successful people that work at the Daily Wire. And to think that nobody thought literally just swapping faces with somebody that the
and
audience
Brett got
has
so much success in 2 years too.
grown with, and thinking that you can manufacture a copy of the person and that'll do good and people will be a-okay with
Wait,
it.
but
That's
if
the
they
biggest
did pay Reagan off, that was such a waste of money on their part.
They're so stupid. It's ridiculous.
Oh no, in showbiz and entertainment. You don't just swap out a character and think nobody's gonna say anything, especially when that character was beloved. You remember what happened to Brian on Family Guy? Like, and they try to insert another dog. It's like the biggest no-no show
What?
business. So with that being said, do you think Brett's
Hold on. Can we just talk about how ridiculous that is? They swapped out a cartoon character.
gonna say anything, especially when that character was
Hold on.
beloved? You remember what happened to Brian on Family Guy? Like, and they try to insert another dog.
Okay.
This is like a thing you do when a person in real life can no longer do the show. Like, you kill them in the show, like, oh man, oh now he's passed away. This is, you can draw him the same way. You didn't run out of white paint. You did not even paint. You didn't run out of white pixels. You didn't run out of blank pixels, I promise you.
They go back to normal.
Yeah, for sure. But this is just such a
Okay.
ridiculous concept. I just wanted to talk about it. And I believe I believe Brian is voiced by the writer of the show, who also voices Stewie, and who also voices Peter. So it's not even like it's a voice actor issue. It's just such a ridiculous concept. Could you imagine
Maybe they were trying to prove a point.
I think so. I was gonna say, could you imagine they were actually trying to roll that change out, though? But yeah, I think they were trying to prove a point. Yep, there we go. All voiced by the same guy. It is so funny.
Oh.
That he definitely was trying to prove a point. Because there's no reason at all. Zuke, please, Zuke. I haven't watched this episode, but please, Zuke, tell me, Zuke, that you did not believe that they actually tried to roll this change out. Please tell me that you did not believe that this was an earnest attempt by the creators to change the characters. Please tell me that you're also in on the joke. Now again, I don't know this episode, and I also don't have much faith, but let me not call them stupid. Let me not insinuate people are stupid, because every single time someone does this, they immediately do something that makes them look so dumb. So I'd rather just not do that. Zuke, you're probably a smart dude. I think I would actually find it funny if you thought this was an earnest attempt, because I've thought dumb things like that before. You know, I've watched Hamilton. I saw Hamilton in concert, in theater. Like, I saw it live on Broadway. I don't know. I saw it live. And I didn't really pay attention to it much because I didn't really care about it. And I felt bad because I was like, other people like it so much more than me. I really don't care this much. This is like such a great experience. I don't know. I've listened to the soundtrack so many times. So much exposure to Hamilton. All that stuff with Hamilton. And it took me 5 years to figure out that he had cheated. 5 years. And they literally addressed it in the first song. It's not like I didn't notice it either. Like, I noticed 3 women say, or like multiple women say, me, I loved him. And when I saw it in concert, when I saw it performed, I noticed multiple women, that's when I noticed it was 3. I saw multiple women say, me, I loved him. I was like, what? Didn't he just have a wife? Little did I know.
What do you think they were talking about?
I didn't know. I, like, genuinely just... So, you know what, Zuke? Maybe you just aren't thinking about it. Maybe you just see what's happening, and you're just like, oh, huh. Funny that that's happening. Here's, like, the first thing I could think of. So, like, you know, if you thought this, that's honestly smarter than me just saying, huh, 3 women. Huh. Crazy world. Like... At least you thought something about it. So, Zuke, maybe you're not dumb. I'm still on you about the rumors one, though. I can't get over that. That's the one thing you're not gonna... But...
biggest no-no show business. So with that being said, do you think Brett's new replacement, Reagan, was basically set up to fail? What do you think is next for Brett? She already has a channel almost at 500k subs with 0 videos. And do you think Daily Wire is at a downward trajectory after under a year getting rid of 2 of their top talents in the most scandalous way they possibly could? Let me know down below. Catch you on the next one.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Why is there always so much drama surrounding the people leaving the Daily Wire? I feel like Matt Walsh will be next, but I think he's fine with being complacent for a bit.
Why do you think he would leave?
People have been whispering, and I mean, all of this stuff, like the stuff about Candace Owens, first it was whispers, then it was real. Brett, first it was whispers, then it was real. Matt Walsh, I'm starting to hear, they're faint whispers. And it's not like I'm just starting to hear them. I've heard them for a bit. They're just some faint whispers, and they started around the same time as Candace. So I wonder if the Brett thing will bring it up again, but I doubt it. It might call more attention to Ben Shapiro more than anything. But maybe that, in and of itself, will cause Matt to cause more of a stir. I don't know. I don't know what they think. I just know I talk too much.